If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
I wait for someone to save. I want to tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. I wish you all the best I can, but I stop myself for a while. I'm staying fake, I don't believe the panic's rising up in you. Why won't you tell me something new? Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff a million sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff a million sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I want to feel your gap without making a mess at you. Why won't you tell me something new? I want to tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff a million sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff a million sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I want to feel your gap without making a mess at you. Why won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while.
Chase your tail light. I'll be under your skin, letting you go for a while. Then I'm taking you in. Your face like diamonds, a glimmer and punch. Shining predator with a golden gun.
Just a little cowbell to get us going there. It's nothing like that little dose of cowbell.
Thought you lost me, but I'm right behind.
Says I'm not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Let me know if there's any problems there, please.
Face like diamonds, a glimmer and punch. Shiny predator with a golden gun.
Road Dogg. There's something funny about that dude. He's just, I think he's on drugs. He's just hanging out there, man. Look, he ain't got a clue to the world, Road Dogg. You want to ask him to leave? Because I want to. I won't talk to him. I'm afraid he got a knife or something. I don't know. He looked like he got some good pain medication. Well, Sean, he's just drinking his apple water. Apple water? Yeah, apple water, Sean. You know, listen, some of us professional analysts out here, you know, we have special drinks. Like some of them have lemon water. Tonight, we're going to be drinking apple water. Apple water. What's so special about apple water? Well, they say that the apple water, the special apple water I have, can release the toxins and decrystallize your pineal gland. Really? Does it hurt between your legs? Your pineal gland. Between your eyes. That's not where my pineal is. And that's weird. Sean, just go to your cage. Just find the buttons and try to push them this time. Are you going to get this guy out of here or what? I don't even think he knows that he's here, Sean. Let's just pretend he's not here. I'm just going to go to my cage. I can't tell what kind of place you got going on around here. You got some weird stuff going around here, Road Dogg. Sean. Just waiting on you, Sean. I mean, hey, it's not like we got anything going on right now. Sorry.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. That would be me. We're hanging out watching the market crumble beneath our feet. It started out pretty nice today, right? I mean, there were flags on that 1 minute chart going to 80,000. There was all kinds of things on there just to popping off. Everybody started getting kind of bullish last night, Sunday night, if you think back, the last 3 times I can remember we did that, it kind of busted us in the face come early in the week. It seems to be a recent trend. Let's get us out bullish on the weekends. Trying to get that retail back in is what I think they're trying to do. But I tell you what, YouTube just jumps all over that. I don't know what they're seeing in their charts, but I didn't see anything that was going to take us to the moon. I saw some warnings, but and I don't know if we're getting the warnings now. The thing I saw was more for maybe tomorrow. Well, that's not you. Did you move my date? You moved my date. It's the 8th. Are you on the daily? Let's put it on the daily. Yeah, no, there you are. You're on the daily. So I've got this little crazy idea, and it's kind of stupid or whatever, but you know, I'm going to rock with it and see what happens. Just trying out a different form of an analysis. I've played with this before and had some kind of luck, and in the back testing it does some things, but you know, it's trying to do a GAN technique, trying to square price in time and see how that is. And the theory is that you can square price in time with these circles, and at the points of these circles where you take it from a high to low, after you tune it in and go through the little weaning out process, you can locate some areas of interest. And on this one, that was a drop. And on this one, the same drop was there. And on this other side, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm anticipating a drop, but I'm getting that more from my moving averages than the circles. The circles aren't really telling me anything. It just suggests that tomorrow a big move should be happening. If that happens, I don't know. I am not a fortune teller. We were just throwing this out there. I'm not going to come back and say, I told you it was going to do this. All right, you should listen to me. Who's in here with me? Who made money on this? I'm not that guy. So it's an experiment, and I like to do this stuff. I like to learn something new. There are mixed signals on these charts. I mean, we got a green dot here on Market Stopper saying we're ready to go up, and we're at the point in the market where we can go up. I mean, this could be God Candle Day or it could be Red Candle Day. So I do have some price points that I am looking for tomorrow. And we may do nothing. We may go sideways for all I know. And say, you suck, Road Dog. But hey, man, what if this stuff is a warning and we need to hear it? And if we start going up, I've got a target about 70,200-ish. And if we come down, I've got about 52,300. As kind of being the extremes that I'm looking at, and there's no telling what price can do. Nobody knows what price is going to do. The only man that had a really close clue is who I'm trying to steal this information from, or some of his techniques, and that's WD Gann, and he's been gone for a while. But truly, if you ever get a chance to do a little research on him and everything, he was an amazing person, amazing analyst, amazing person in general. But he could put price with a date. The only person in history I know that could have done that, and he did it repeatedly. Documented it. It was a fact. It was true. He figured out this market. And I think he died with the secret. Oh. So, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about ladies. We have no ladies. We got to have ladies. That's what makes the show, because I really ain't going to talk about them. We just have them on there. The 3 things that they say in this market will mess you up is ladies, liquor, and leverage. And we'll probably do all 3 tonight. I'm just saying. Oh, that's the wrong button, but we're on the right track. Let's see. Let's get Cassie out. Cassie's my side chick. Hey, Cassie. There's a bear behind you, Cassie. Let's get rid of that bear. I don't want anything to happen to you. But how you doing, babe? Hi. It's Cassie. That's my side chick, Cassie. Every YouTube influencer needs a side chick named Cassie. Hey, Cassie. How's Swee doing? Swee doing good? You want me to look at Swee? I want to look at your Swee. You're so sweet. Ha. Yeah. I see you. I'm in love. Hey, Cassie. Anyway, we got a show to do, right? All right, so Bitcoin, let's take a look at a series chart and see what might have actually happened here today and everything. This is what I've got going on now. After connecting all the dots and pulling my usual shenanigans, we got a little bit of we got a channel idea going on here. As long as this holds, this is where we were before, following this trend line. That was your sign. Say, hey man, something's wrong here. You might want to make sure you're getting paid, or set a stop loss below the trend line. That idea. That's why I'm very big on trend lines. And once you get a new line established and it comes back for that higher low or lower low or whatever kind of new low, we got a possibility of figuring out this channel. Now, she might decide to come down again, and it may not be. But as this line matures, we will find our lower bottom. But right now, we got a match here. And I just take this and put him up there. I want to keep my angles, because Gann was big on keeping angles. And it's kind of amazing, but you'll see that those angles kind of they work a lot. So it's not just a one-time shot. These angles are important to pay attention to, and if you can grasp that concept, they can help you determine bottoms and determine or points of support and points of resistance, we'll put it that way, that other people may not naturally look at or think about, and that gives you an edge on the market, in my personal opinion. So here's our channel coming from, look at there, it just extends up. Actually, we're going to narrow it down to just these touches here, because this is our little channel, not this little channel. I had something else going on over there. That might have been part of a bigger channel right there. You got so many things to do here, right? This can still be part of a bigger channel. So you can think of channels as, this is a chain link fence that we're trading on. I'm just going to tell you that. It's got a bunch of crisscross lines if you really break it down. And they're invisible lines, kind of like ley lines on the earth or something. There's something special about them. And every time price gets near one, it tends to have a reaction, whether it rejects from it or, bounces through it and then finds it as support. It's a lot like the horizontal, but it's diagonal. And the angles change. And if you have this problem, I think you should have the problem. We go with we get our levels, and that would be the target. The traditional way, and get your levels, get your targets, and you draw them out and everything. But sometimes price will go back up there, and it's just a wee bit shy of hitting that, and you're like, oh man, you didn't get me. Oh, I didn't get my sell target. A lot of those times, that problem can be solved with the trend line. She came up near the trend line. You just didn't know it was there, and so that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't do it. I'm just giving some examples that why I kind of lean a little bit more toward trend lines than I do just finding my horizontal support resistance like a lot of other people do. You will find lots of people who trade differently and analyze differently, and I think if you get away from the typical norm, the basics that everybody's doing, you do get a little bit of an edge, but you need those fundamentals. You know that they're going to be looking at that also. I don't know. It's all about finding something that resonates with you is what I got to say. If you're trying to find your way in this market and with TA and understand the charts and trying to figure out how it works, hopefully the strategies I share here will give you some insight, and maybe you can add those to your toolbox. That's really the purpose of what I do here, is to do that and help us try to, well, navigate our way to where we don't have to work for the man anymore. And, oh crap, we forgot what we were doing now. I gotta drink my apple water. I'm getting on a new health kick, people. I'm really turning it up. Oh, so I got some regular water in here. Let me get that. I'm going to clean up my pineal gland with this apple water here. Let's see. This apple water, 100% natural. Made in Tennessee by Jack Daniels. It's delicious. Delicious. Tastes like Jolly Rancher. And so, cheers for the apple water. We've never done this on this stream, so I don't know, man. I'm not really a drinker, so this might get wild. Hold up, might get crazy. Ladies, hi Cassie. Liquor. And we may break that leverage here before the show is over. Oh my gosh, we're going pure DJing tonight. We're going to be looking at some DJing coins tonight. Get your coins ready if you want to take a look at them, because, well, man, I don't know for sure what the market's going to do other than what I showed you that might clue us into something happening tomorrow. If it doesn't, you come back and say, you suck, our dog. That stuff sucks. There ain't nothing to it. And I was like, well, you know, hey, this is how we learn. But otherwise, if it wasn't for that, I would be looking for downside anyway. And let me show you why. And I know you got this green dot over here that has confirmed no market cipher, but she can also flip a little red dot right there quick. Look, she does it. Red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot. Indecision. Don't know what's going on. What was happening at that time? We didn't know what was going on. Eventually we went up. That's cool. Since we got this indicator, let's look. Stochastics are coming down. We don't like that. Money flow is starting to come down, but yet still in the green. That's going to help. That's going to help a lot, actually. If it goes in the red, then I'm going to, you know, oh crap, abandon ship. Don't know what's going on, man. But, you know, we can. Are you trying to turn around? Stochastics? I just see that. Blow this baby up. What are you doing? What are you doing? Something's happening here. I just saw this. So there are actually two ribbons here. I can't. You're not gonna let me draw it, are you? I'm drawing a straight line, and this is how it's coming out. Oh, that's straight, but I can't. All right. Do you see this purple stuff that I got going on right here? It's flipped. It's flipped. So it flipped down, and now it looks like it's flipping up. And that's what I'm trying to see. It flipped down, and now it looks like it might be flipping up. I'll have to take a closer look at that. Let's make sure I'm not misreading that. But she's not going up just yet. So let's see. 12 hour, what you got? No, I think it's just flipping. Okay, maybe she's just flipping down and it looks weird. I'm not seeing them. Okay. I'm going to go with that. I think I just looked at that weird. You suck, road dog. Learn how to read a chart. Learn how to draw a flag, Sean. Touche. All right, so the daily, this is one big clue for me. Now, when I see this on any other time frame, 1 hour, 5 minute, 1 minute even, whatever, when I see the same setup where price went above the 200 movement average, and this 9 is crossed over, and it crossed over this 9 movement, or it crossed over this 21. This cross is a big deal. This means that price is more than likely rolling over. Now, she may come back up and touch that 200 moving average, but I don't see her getting past it. The 9 crossing 21 is just not going to let it happen. In addition to that, you have a 150 moving average, and they're flip-flopped. So to pop off and start going to 70, 80,000, by the moving averages does not look, like that's going to happen tomorrow. But it does look like it could come down with this. That's what normally I would see with the moving averages. So couple that with some other ideas. This is a bearish pattern that we're in. This channel is technically bearish. We just broke to the downside of a bear, if you divide this channel in half, you get the rising wedge. When she breaks, you should come down and equal a channel. If that breaks, then you start coming down toward, where it started. And that's where you get the rising wedge. You need to come back down to where it started. That's where that comes from. Because when you break all this stuff down, and it does break this channel, where does it take you? Where does that measure move for the channel take you if it breaks down here? Back to the bottom. So, for any of you guys new to channel trading and the channel idea, which I do over a lot because, I believe price travels in channel. I did post some stuff over in our student, at our trade subgroup and in our student chart area over here, our trading community. And it's about trading channels. And I think this is from Thomas Bukowski. And I think if you spend just a few minutes reading over this, how to trade up channels and how to trade down channels, it may give you some insight that maybe you weren't aware of. Especially if you haven't dug deep into these patterns or anything, just reading this, I would trust this over anything that you hear off of any YouTuber. I would trust anything Thomas Bukowski says over anybody, me included, because we get it wrong. We don't always remember things right. We don't play things right, but he's got it actually documented over there as a good rule of thumb, good guideline, solid, tested. He tested. He's a nerdy software engineer, retired in the stock market in his mid-30s from trading. He did it, and now he writes books about it. And he writes software about it. He goes all nerd out, and you can tell he's an engineer and how detailed and his analysis he gets. And it may cross your eyes, but it's reliable information. He's the nerdy, geeky kind that gets the information right. So I would trust him rather than I would that. I've been trading for 15 years, and it feels like it's going to do this. You can find anything on YouTube. So, those ideas, I've got those. I wouldn't get your complete education from YouTube is what I'm trying to tell you. Reach out, get some books, do some things. And most of the information is free. You can find some good mentor groups. If you find a good group, the only mentor that I would recommend at this point in time that I know of is Joe from Trade Intuition. And he does have a paid group and everything. And he also does everything for free at 3 o'clock every day. Going over trade setups, mindsets, like a mentor there. I hope that I can be as a mentor here, but he's really set up to do it. And it's got the whole saying, questions asking and going in. It's a great source for learning TA. And man, he's been throwing out some really good alpha lately, giving some really good information everybody needs to know. So shout out to Joe, Trade Intuition. Let's say hello to everybody while we're here. Make sure that we got our freaking microphone on. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. I'm going to have to drink some apple water for that. Woohoo! I feel my pineal gland getting swollen already. You got to keep your pineal gland health right so you can interpret these charts. Let's say hello to everybody. How's it going, my people? We got to get the chart out and the chat out. You're drunk already, ain't you, Road Dog? One sip just put you out. Shut up, Sean. You're a degen anyway. We've got Sam. How's it going, Sam? We got Strega, which y'all didn't know. The only graphic I can find for Strega happens to be a version of apple water. Yay, Strega. We got Brackett's Adventures hanging out. What's going on, my man? We got Chris, this is Chris and a lot of numbers. Chris, let me get those digits. 1, 2, 3, 2. When the richest man, smartest man in the world is pro-Trump, doesn't that mean something we don't know? I would listen to that. I've got some, I don't know, I'm trying not to go into that pace, but we seem to be sliding that way, and I'm not against it. And I know a lot of people have, DTS or TDS. Man, I saw it for the first time. Well, I don't get out a whole lot, but some family members like, we can't let him get back in. I was like, oh my God, did I just hear that come out of your mouth? It just shocked me to hear that. And I'm like, so what we got going on is better. Anyway, God's with us on this election. That's what I believe. And, you know, it'll probably be a fight and there'll probably be a tussle, but there's a lot of things being open right now. God is revealing a lot of things. He's opened the eyes of the people. He's revealing a lot of this stuff going on. And, you know, today we see what was the surprise today? What was, oh my God. I mean, we already had the FEMA stuff and found out that was raided. Let's get into the charts. We're a crypto channel. Let's get back. I'm so sorry. Where is Bitcoin going to go? Woo woo. Okay, I think I already did that, right? I'm just late getting here. So I see possible 52. I see that being a possibility. But, you know, there's also another date that's coming up. It's right around the 15th, right? That one keeps coming up. So it looks like it may drop and then maybe go for about a week. And then we may get that God candle that we've been looking for. I don't know. We just need to be cautious. That's the biggest thing that I can say. And that's what I was saying last night too. Just be cautious, especially Tuesday. And it looks like we're getting a taste of it early with the drops, right? Drunk dog? Going to be a drunk turkey dog here in a minute. Diddy baby oil. Joshua went to about 200 plus today. I told you. Now that's Caspa mean, is that right? Hey, I do want to announce this, that over in our Telegram group, in the chart room area, and let me go ahead and throw that up here. These are private links. It's a private group. You can't just go in there and find the Road Dog group. You got to be invited. You know, you can be invited from here in the channel or from the description. I don't put up with the spammers, or I don't have a problem with spammers, and we got admins over there to kick them out if that ever happens. I like a lot of other groups get a lot of people going in there and spamming and doing stuff like that. We don't have that problem. We do have Justin and Miles that are very pro Caspa people. And we get we're getting a lot of the Caspa memes talking about that stuff. So what I did was I was like, we might as well just start a Caspa topic. So Justin is an admin over there, and so is Miles. I hadn't seen Miles in a minute to update, but I'm sure he'll be thrilled about this. But Justin is putting all this Caspa meme alpha over here and getting us caught up on how that we can get into it and telling us how to do it with what the bot you need to use and all this stuff. And it's kind of cool. I still haven't got out there and done it yet, but I'm itching that way. Where is it? You can click here to buy and it'll open up a bot, and you go through this. You can set up your wallets. I haven't done it. I did do it in one way, and it started showing this in the chat. I added this to the group, and that won't work, so I didn't understand that. But make sure that if you do the wallet things, that I think you can open this on your own little private channel or whatever. Just make sure it's not in a group if you start using this. You don't want to share you generate 10 wallets and you got seed phrases just thrown up there. You don't want to do that. Sam says, nailed it. One's bigger than the other. Cinda says, I'm here for the TA. And the TA. Hey, Cassie. Y'all ain't checking out my girlfriend, are you? My side chick. Cassie, you need to cover up. I like it when Cassie don't block the price number. She's not blocking the number. The wiener dog is, or the wiener is. The pineal gland. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta clean out my pineal gland. All right. On a Monday. I was going to do this on the weekend, and I was too lazy to go buy this stuff. Now the wiener does Sam. We're just having a fun time here. Random trader. That's good to know. Justin Crypto, there's the man right there. Time to raid Road Dog. He said penal. I'm dying. Hey, there's Celinda. How's it going, Celinda? I'm calling her Alpha Woman. I'm thinking she is a crypto superhero on the down low. I really am. And if you're in the group, pay attention to what she says. Just do it. Crypto Cop says Conan to Caspa, a great project. Conan was a hero. Conan was a barbarian. And kind of buff. I'm just saying. I never quite got there. Check out the Doge of Caspa, KRC20, Conan to Caspa, 100% fair launch and community driven. Launched 13 days ago with hit just 1 million market cap today while markets are bearish. Valentin Sanyas. Hey, welcome to the stream. By the way, Caspi made 10 million market cap in 8 days. Wow. I just wonder, is that having an effect on the Caspa price? Because what I would think is that if the people are buying some Caspa, I'm just wondering if that's what's driving prices down in Caspa. Taking profit on Caspa and then selling. I'm just wondering because Caspa has been hurting lately. And we need to take a look at that one because she's on the verge of collapsing. She might bounce from here. Hope she does. If not, we're looking at 8 or 9 cent Caspa possibly. 8, 9, 10 if we get luckiest. JJM, check out the. I just read that one. Chris says, when AI controls, God won't have control over that since it is a robot. We're a human, and we can go to him. A robot can't. It thinks on its own, and not like us. That's the scary part. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't take God out of that equation. God invented everything that underlines everything that we know. God is behind every living thing. He's in control of everything. He's the source of all things. Even when it comes to AI, he's got the upper hand. What I freaking wondered is like, does it create an empty vessel with the AI that can think, an empty soulless vessel? And what likes to possess soulless vessels? Devils, demons, or aliens. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. I don't know. Just one of those little random thoughts like, or another weird thought, which I hope is not sacrilegious, it's not meant to be, but what if Christ returns in the form of AI through computer systems and that's how he rules the world? It's just some crazy thought. Or maybe some weird thing comes in and takes over it and starts ruling the world. It can get scary, I agree. AI is nothing to take lightly. When we can make something that's smarter than us, and that's probably a problem. That was the problem in the Garden of Eden, if you remember from the Bible story, when the Elohim said, after Adam and Eve had from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, they said, well, we can't let them stay in the garden or they eat the tree of life and they'll be just as good as we, just as powerful as we are because they would live forever. So you created your little AI and now you can't control it. So we got to put the brakes on the AI. We might be AI ourselves. I don't know. If this is a simulated universe, if this is just a projection, if we are just like those pinhole cameras where the little pinhole cameras where you poke a little hole in the cardboard box and then you get an upside down picture on the other side, that's the simplest explanation that I can understand this whole projection black hole theory. It gets wild, man. This whole quantum stuff gets so weird that I get lost in those thoughts sometimes. You can tell that the apple water is already releasing all the crystals in my pineal gland. My penis gland right here, it is starting to I think she's swelling up. All right. Maybe you're why I can't draw straight lines on the chart. Sean! Top that off for me, would you please? Thank you, sir. So hard to get good service around here these days, but Member only a CaspaBot stream. Not out of the question. And there's Barnum. How's it going, Barnum? All right, so I think this is Top Chat. I'm not on live chat. I think I'm caught up, right? If I missed anything, if you guys, you're going to have to repeat. All right, so let's start looking at some coins. What I want to do, we looked at Bitcoin, right? And this is it. This might hold its support, but I kind of doubt it. That's a very steep channel. Steep channels don't usually hold. This was a steep channel. This was a steep channel. This was a steep channel. They don't usually hold. Do I think, and where do I think Bitcoin can come down to? And I'm just going to figure out because that works for me better than anything. Speaking of which, I've got to do it. I got to do it because this is for the algorithm, not the vanity. But I'm just saying, when Casper was up here and whatnot, or even making its way up here, I mean, nobody wanted to hear about 13-cent Casper, but nailed it! Woo! Let's hope that the 8-cent Casper does not come into the picture, though. I don't want to nail that one. I don't. I've had to alter my trading strategy on Casper now because of all this crap. Because I'll just tell, if she goes to 8.8 cents, I got a problem. I don't want no problem. I just wanted to go to 23 cents so I can buy a new car. All right, so Bitcoin, this is the daily. We're just going to check the 4 hour. Earlier today, I thought she had a chance of looking good. And it's not too horrible. Not too horrible. We're at the 800 moving average here on the 4 hour, and that could get support there, to be honest with you. Could, but you got moving averages crossing over embarrassingly like the 50, so that's probably gonna ruin that idea. Trendline already told us, hey man, you already broke this sucker, man. You need to come down. If you want to take like a measured move from here, oh crap. Take a measured move from that guy, and that puts us down here to this 382 Fibonacci, which is still not bad. When I pull the Fibonacci swing low to swing high, we're still around this 382 Fib level. That's quite impressive. So I mean, I'm not totally bearish yet. If we have a bad day tomorrow, I think it's going to be something quick and scary. And remember, the hurricanes are coming tomorrow, and I don't know if that'll have something to play with it, or if maybe it's some other event that may pop off. You know, I don't know. Japan or whatever might be affecting things. But the charts just suggest to me that tomorrow might be a bad day. So I would highly recommend just keep your stops in place. Maybe not be going on some big buying spree tonight. No, because it might be cheaper tomorrow or the next day. Or the next week. Who knows? Can she come down? Yeah, she can. I will say, you know, we got the 100 or the 200 moving average here on the board. We got the 100 and the 50, and they're above it, even though they're crossed bearishly. That's a whole lot better than them being below. So if we start going down, those will kind of keep us from just tanking, or should. They should help, you know, keep us elevated a little bit, a little air in our balloon to keep us afloat a little bit. So. Well, let's move on. Since Casper was the topic, let's go ahead and start out with Casper here. We got COINEX up. These are the charts I'm looking at. These are the ones I trade off of. I don't mind sharing them. It's just that they get kind of messy. Oh, look, nailed it. I don't feel like I got the right face on for as silly as I'm about to get. And I just feel like we need a special appearance from Mr. Drunken Turkey. Yeah! Woo! Take that. Whoa! Let's rock and roll. The turkey is in the house. Now we can get down to business. Let's talk turkey, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on in this chart? Well, let's zoom out because we can't tell crap when we're zoomed in, right? Here's what I got to say about Casper. Bottom of the top, we're the 382. I don't like us being in this channel, and that's what we are in. We've been in this channel for a while, and it's a funky looking channel. That's as best as we can narrow it in. But if this channel breaks, there's a measure move. This is a bearish channel because it's rising. And they are. And we've got 3 humps on a trend line, which can be what? 3 humps in a what? a possible dump after 3 humps. That's just a good rule to follow. It doesn't mean that it works every time. Look, you had 3 little humps right there, and then what happened? Well, you dumped. But it's a good rule of thumb to follow. It's just a good rule of thumb. But if that happens and the measure move, see if this makes any sense for you. The measure move even gives you confluence with this area where Caspa fought so hard. Remember when she was down 5 cents? She stayed 5 cents forever, man. Everybody got tired. I got tired of it. I was like, I'm not buying anymore Caspa 5 cents. It comes down to 3, I'll buy you. But at 5 cents, I'm not buying you. And then she pops up and goes to freaking 20. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking, or not 20, but goes up to 15? Are you kidding me? She can come back down here, and nobody wants to hear that, especially if you've been building your big ass bags of Caspa up here between 14 and 20 cents. You don't want to hear that it can possibly come back down to 5 cents, but the chart is saying that. So I'm wondering, and I'm curious, and I don't know, but are the meme coins having an effect on Caspa price? Are people going in and making money on the memes, building their Caspa bags, and then selling off? Because that's what it looks like. And if they don't stop, well, Caspa's about to get cheap. So Caspa needs to start focusing not just on memes, and that's good, but it would have been better if they would have got their stablecoin first and then probably introduced memes. I'm just saying. Stablecoin over there, and I know they got plans for it, but a cheap way to move stablecoin like Tether or USD or even PayPal USD. I think they've got some restrictions on them though. But any kind of, typical stablecoin, authentic stablecoin. Shoot, even a gold back stablecoin. I don't care. They need something like that on there, and give us an incentive to move things on the Caspa chain that way. That's what they need, and that will explode the growth. Kind of like what it did for Tron. That one has some chunky ice in it. Woo! That was like a frozen Jolly Rancher. Hey, why'd you put 2 lines up here? I didn't mean to put 2 lines up here. What the hell? Anyway, so Catherine might be hanging out here, and she might bounce off of here and go to the moon. But right now, she's... I'm kidding. So there is a chance, though. It could come down here. We don't want that to happen, but that's the bear situation. I can't handle that. So I've got to look at handling this. What I have done, and I did not want to, but I had to de-risk a little bit, 25% of my bags here at the bottom. It sucks to have to do that. If we start going back up, and I can buy right back in, but I have to do that so that I would not watch my bags. Caspa come down and barely retest and come down here and me get liquidated. That would suck. So I've got to choose the lesser of 2 evils on that. But I did not capitulate my whole bag, but I did have to do 25%, and now I got some orders stacked, and we're playing a range thing. What I'll do in situations like this is I start doing my little hourglass thing. It's kind of a little hedge system that I've got. And from where we could come down to, I want some mini orders, small orders, and I'm going to taper them little suckers up. Bigger orders up through here, just in case we bounce back up. I'm shorting because we made a lower lows and lower highs and that kind of thing right here, right? And then we come down, and then I got all these orders down here to buy, or that's what I usually do. I start stacking them here. And just as this candle wick goes up and goes down, I'm building me a big old back. That's the game plan. But you need to go for the low levels. But I'm not playing for 4.8 cents though. Ooh, I got to work that one in. That's one idea that I would consider. But considering that's a big ass move, man. Caspa, you need to bounce. You need to bounce here. Now, are there any signs saying that we could bounce? Do we have anything bullish saying that Caspa might bounce off of this and continue in this channel? And, because when you're in a channel, you just bounce off the walls, right? I just gave you the ideas over on Thomas Bukowski about trading these channels. He breaks it down wonderful. So Go check that out. But we could ping pong against these walls. Now, if we go from 13 cents back to, say, 20, hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby. That's 50% gains. That make number go up. A new car might be coming sooner than you think. But if not, if we continue down here and we come up for a bearish retest, this is what I'm thinking we might be doing, coming up for a bearish retest. Maybe back up here to this 236 area. We might roll over, but at least we're above the channel. That might give us some hope to maybe double bottom here. High or low, that idea. And then we can start working our way out of this sorry ass situation that we're in. Which I seriously, I'm starting to blame Casper Meme Coins. I'm just saying. So Casper in dire straits at the moment, scaring the whole market with I'm going down, man. I will tell you this, when you read that little thing on Trading a Channel with Thomas Zukowski, and I have extended this sucker as far as I can go here. But if this channel gets broken, he says, sell. And it sucks. So our only saving grace is this little Fibonacci that I got as a target, which got nailed. But the reason it got nailed is because it is a point where price is known to reverse. Did you catch that? Price is known to reverse at this level. And at the bottom of the trend line. If you're not in Caspa, this might be a little bit, it's worth the risk to play here at the bottom of a trend line. This is why I say this. We can do a trade setup for Casper right now. A legitimate trade setup if somebody can just figure out how to work TradingView. I feel so basted right now. I'm basted. I'm so basted. Anyway, come back up to our last high there. What is that? We can have such a tight risk reward ratio. I would go right under this second target that I've got, or underneath this wick over here, just depending on your risk tolerance. But this is less than 5% right here. If we go below this wick over here, that's about 8%. That's not bad. That still gives you a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. We try to go for like 3 or better risk reward ratio when we look at a setup, and your stop loss is what determines how well your risk reward ratio is. So if you got a sucky stop loss, you're going to have a sucky risk reward ratio. Look at that. That's just 0.2, man. Oh my God. I risk $100 just to make hardly anything. We want to get returns. We don't want to risk more. If you're leverage trading, and Joe went over this, and I was so excited to see him really nail this idea and really drive it home. And if you are leverage trading, seriously, the only ways I've found, and I talked about this in the group, man. I mean, most of my stories with leverage trading and futures, they don't end up very well. I mean, it's not like I put money in there and come out with a whole bunch of money more. It's more like I put money in there and like, oh shit, where'd it go? What the hell happened? Or maybe it's like, oh, I hold on to it, or maybe it goes up a little bit, but then eventually it's like, oh, we were doing so good. Where did it all go? And honestly, I think that's the story that most people would identify with. However, when we watch the YouTubers and this and that, it's like, oh man, they always win. They're always winning. They're always making them gains, or at least they say they are, right? Futures is more geared for day trading and shorter term setups, so just keep that in mind. I made a stupid choice of trying to do a longer term trade strategy on futures and totally got wrecked. Oh, just $1 got me. It's just not, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Shorter term trade setups for futures, man. Spot margin for your longer ones if you do the leverage. That's really how it should work out. Anyway, 6.6 when we got a 4% stop loss right there, because if she breaks this trend line, closes the candle below it, something bad gonna happen, Caspa. I'm just telling you right now, something bad gonna happen. But if she finds support here, something good gonna happen, Caspa. Something good going to happen, right? We want something good, right? I'd rather have good news than bad news. But I am concerned that we've already got 3 humps, because what usually follows 3 humps is a dump. Now, there's no one better to spell this out than Mr. Elliott Waves, so we're going to back off on the weekly and see what the hell Elliott says, okay? We're going to get his big picture analysis. I'm going to take my fibs off. Hell, I might take everything off. I don't know. Just take it all off, Road Dog. Just rip it all off. Oh. Remove it. Yes. Elliott says this. Elliott says from the very bottoms over here, we had a wave 1, we had a wave 2. We had the wave 3, which is supposed to be the biggest wave of them all. And we came down with wave 4, which is not supposed to overlap the wave 1. So far, so good. After wave 4 comes the elusive wave 5, which is just made a little bit higher high there. Now, that higher high came in at just a wee bit over the 1.13 Fibonacci. Not quite at the 1.27 because you didn't want to give me my target, did you? You little... Why the hell, Casper? What you thinking? Sorry. Let me just send a lover's tiff, that's all. It's probably this stuff that's cleaning out my pineal glands. I don't know. I didn't have lemon water, but they didn't have any Jack Daniel's lemon water, but they had Jack Daniel's apple water. Shout out to the gurus who had that suggestion of playing with your pineal glands. Play with your pineal glands. Anyway, look at this. 4 and 5. That's the top, baby. What comes after this is an A, B, C correction, which means, in short, up, down. Oh, how far down? I may have exaggerated on that. I'm not trying to piss you off or scare you, even though it is down to 3 cents. It comes back to these areas. That's on the table. And that's scary. So what good can you tell me, Road Dog? Tell me something good for Casper so I don't capitulate. It's hard. Can we go 12.7? Maybe 12.6. Find a bounce there at the deepest thing, then bounce off and get above this green cloud, because the green cloud says I'm dangerously close to sucking you in and throwing you down, but you still got just a little bit of time to where you could just glance right off and maybe go back to the upside. Like Bitcoin on the daily, however, on this one on Casper, it's on the weekly, so this is going to last probably a month or so, maybe more. 9 crossing 21 is not good, but we're finding support on this 50 for the deep ass retracement. If this 50 doesn't hold, baby, if that 50 moving average doesn't hold, we're headed to our moving average, which is just now starting to print over here at 8 cents. Have you heard 8 cents from me before? You have. But if you look to the left of 8 cents, they ain't nothing here to support it but this little candle top, and that's just not going to be enough. Price will drop, and we could go to 4.8 cents if we break this trend line. It's imperative that Casper does not break this trend line. I think I made myself clear on this. I think I'm clear. Casper, you need to straighten up your game, baby. And right now, the 1 hour Ichimoku cloud is saying, Bubby, I'm ready to dump your ass down to the oblivion. I'm gonna tank you. So you got some volume of people selling, and the only people who could have sold are people who bought earlier for Casper. So you got some whales out there selling on your ass, making you some exit liquidity. You need to get with the Casper groups and start bitching at them and telling them, hey man, this ain't right. You need to stop before you kill our Casper project. If you love our Casper project, you need to support us and jump on board. You need to go have a serious talk with them damn whales that are selling on our ass, making the money in meme coins, selling their Casper on you. I'm just saying. That's the whiskey talking. Sean? Yeah, Road Dog? May I have another, please? Oh, thank you so much. Would you rub my feet too, please? Fuck you, Road Dog. somebody lost the top to the bottle. I'm not going to name any names, but there's only me and Sean, and it wasn't me, so clearly, Sean, you suck. Well, it's about time for the algorithm that I brag about how humble I am. Man, you will never see anybody as humble as I am. I am so humble, man. I am the most humble turkey that you will see on the internet talking about crypto right now. I am so humble that, man, I am just so proud to be the most humble turkey talker in crypto right now. I feel like crying. Should I cry? That's good for the algorithm. It just makes me so joyful to be the most humble. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for realizing how humble of a turkey that I am here on YouTube. It reminds me of the day when I had to bury my pet goldfish. I just felt her love in the water. She was just floating like this. Not even moving, she was all stiff. And I got the little scooper and I lifted her up and she like this. She didn't flap. Have we got any more viewers yet? Did that work? I got 13 viewers. All right, cool. Let's go on now. Casper, I think we're ready to get off. Here is we go with the ABC correction idea. A. Down at 12.6 cents, very close to where my target is, ironically. Hey man, Elliot, are you copying my crap? I got copyrights on this stuff, Elliot. Don't you be stealing from me, I sue you. I need a Lambo and you look like a quick way to get it, Elliot. I bet you got lots of money. You've been around for a while, Elliot, ain't you? Anyway, ABC, so look, 9.6 cents, 4.5. You thought I was kidding, right? Look, there's your confirmation. It is steep. I would hate to see that. That would be horrible for Casper. You are slurring your words, Doug. Our pineal gland is being decrystallized tonight. A more realistic one might be 9.6 if we rate this, but well, not really, because this is your measure move. Your measure move took you there. This is hopeful. Hopium. There is some support back here. Always look to the left. Always look to the left, even when there's two of them, and find your support. But if we don't find it here, man, Cass was starting to look bleak. She's rounding here. She's getting tired. And the Ichimoku Clouds is the one that's making me feel the most bearish of all, because she's saying, dump it, I want to dump it now, dump it. And I mean, she's adamant about it. And I'm like, chill, Itchy, chill, man, it's all right. We don't have to dump. We can be cool, right? But she ain't listening to reason. All right, guys, tell me, be honest and tell me, is the penal cleansing? Oh my God, you're dragging the bottle. Don't drag the bottle. You got a glass. Be civilized. This is our very first drinking stream here on Road Dog. We're just having fun with it. You drinking that? Yo, I'm drinking the Jack too, says Chris 2120. Numbers, Chris numbers. That's crunchy. This turkey dog is on. This turkey dog is feeling kind of wild right now. I need to learn another wallet, so I'm only familiar with Coinbase right now, but I like the Coinbase wallet. I've been, oh, speaking of which, man, I mean, I know she's coming down a little bit, but Toshi? What's she been up to, man? Look at Toshi, look at Toshi, look at Toshi. And the only reason I got into this is because I saw some YouTube internet video with the interview with some billionaire, some crypto billionaire. And he was like, I'm going mostly all in on Toshi. And I'm like, why is Toshi? A meme coin. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. out of all the serious projects, you're targeting a meme coin. And I'm like, this is either clickbait, they're trying to sucker us in, or this guy is a freaking genius. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to put me some money on Toshi. And that was a good deal. Because I caught that interview cheap when Toshi was cheap. And Toshi's done good. It was somewhere way over here. I think we've come down to the prices. I think I've seen price come all the way back down to where I got it. But I've been taking profits on the way. Wow. Alpha comes from everywhere, and sometimes it's those little degen plays, that little degen that can do you some good. So don't ignore your degen. Everybody's getting, period. If it wasn't in you, you wouldn't be here. And that degen can be good to you, and that degen can, as you already know, that degen can just wreck your ass, right? Oh God, Road Dog's drinking like crazy. We lost a turkey head. I don't know what's going on. We're having technical difficulties. Bear with me just a second here. Ladies and gents, perhaps this is a great... Okay, listen, Toshi, well, this little red line right here is a 236 Fibonacci. And my little simplified Fibonacci little system, anything below here is a discount zone and a great place to buy Toshi. Now, she's at the upper limits. Not the best discount zone. You might get her cheaper. You might not if she decides to get out of this discount zone, which she is flirting with. But in about 6 months from now, or maybe as little as 1 month from now, you're going to look back and say, damn, that was a good price for Toshi. When she's sitting up here at 0.00038, and you're like, darn, I could have got her down there so cheap, and she's already could have moonbagged that sucker. And so there's that idea. Meme coins, sad to say, man. Meme coins are what's popping off right now. So we're caught in a situation where we got to choose between projects that we like and think could actually impact the space, or projects that have a proven history of attaining certain numbers, I guess you'd say. And these freaking meme coins, which are popping up every day and just oversaturating the whole system. I think that's by design, in a way, in a larger sense. I don't think it's very helpful. When we get oversaturated with altcoins, because in my opinion, that's just a distraction technique. But everybody gets want number to go up, and there might be some good little buys in there. Toshi breaking up a falling wedge pattern. We got a measure move, takes us up to 0.000714. From this area that we are right now in the discount zone, if we do get up to that area, we've been there before, no reason why we cannot. That would be 297% gains on an entry from here. If you've already been in Toshi at a lower price, well, you just make that much more money, honey. It just gets so much better. Let's say if you bought at the breakout before, right at the beginning of that big old candle right there, and you make it all the way to this target. Yeah, we were looking at 300%. Now we're looking at 657%. So just that little difference meant X's. And one of the things that you will find, if you can get these altcoins at a nice little bottom before they pump, you will get the most X's from them. That's why it's important to get closest to the support line as possible, in my personal opinion. That's why I try to be a bottom feeder, because you get the most X's that way. All my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Oh, Tennessee. I miss Tennessee. That's my thing for cats, but let's see what you guys are talking about. You're talking about that drunk turkey on the screen. Do not sleep on meme coins this cycle. I will agree, because that's where the attention is, and where the attention goes, where the money flows, the attention goes, is what my old mentor used to say. Chris, Bitcoin Chris, was that his name? Oh my God, it's been so long I can't remember, but I have to give credit where credit is due, where I get these things. Because that's only fair. He ran a trading group called Crypto Revolution, and he did very well for himself because it was a paid group. And it wasn't a bad group, it wasn't a horrible group, but I don't think it's a functioning group at the moment, or if it is, I'm not sure that he's in charge of it anymore. I'm not really sure what's going on there. They had some drama. Anyway, to fill that gap, who better can you ask for than one of the leading admins that was in that group, which is Joe, Trade Intuition. You don't need a paid group. You just need to go see Joe. And if you want a paid group, well, he's got one. And I don't usually shill paid groups. I don't get nothing from shilling paid groups. But if I were going to pick a paid group, oh shit, we just getting free for all right now. I would go with Joe because I've seen him in action for real. So if you're like very new and you're wanting to go to grass for real solid concepts, which is very important to get good solid fundamentals, he goes over them every day for free. So shout out to Joe, man. Love you, man. I don't even know if you're here yet, but hey, there you go. Oh gosh, we got a wild stream tonight. 14 people and you haven't clicked off yet. Well, God bless your little hearts. What would you like to take a look at? You got to put it in the chat, or else you're going to look at stuff I'm going to look at, like Trump coin, because it's pumping. Seems like Trump is gaining the gains in the poly markets, and they pay more attention to that. We got 2 coins to look at. We got, oh my gosh, we're 3 here to look at. I'm looking at this one first, and then the MAGA. Is this MAGA? Wait a minute. Shoot. Gosh darn it, we got too many Trump coins here. They're all doing good. This one's at 476. This one got down as low as 190 and it sucked. And I'm sitting here like, why the hell? And if you're wondering why I'm saying why the hell, because at one point this sucker was up to like $17. That's a big drop. Can she make any rebounds? Listen, this is a political meme. It's a new thing for any crypto cycle. We never had political memes before. We never had political coins before. I mean, we're on the blazing trail. Why can't I put this? This tastes like Jolly Ranchers. Do you know how hard it is to stop eating a green apple Jolly Rancher? It's hard. But my pineal gland is getting decrystallized. No crystals down there. Oh, my pineal gland between my eyes is getting decrystallized as I drink this apple water, sponsored by today's sponsor for my apple water is none other than Jack Daniels with the green label, which does not show up on my green screen. So sorry. There we go. Guys, have I ever told you how much I just love you? You guys are awesome. Let's just bring it in for a big ol' hug. Y'all just bring it in for a big ol' hug. Come on, let's do it. Let's just hug it out. Oh, wasn't that great? Doesn't that just make everything feel better? All right, let's move on. This is the weird. This is where you lose all your subscribers, Road Dog. You're doing your first drinking stream. I thought I'd mix it up a little bit on a Monday night. Yeah, are you a lush? I haven't had anything to drink in a while, and this is why this is really kicking my butt. So, 236 Fibonacci coming in at $5.54 for Trump. Can you do it? Because you hit it up there. I think you can do it. You're already almost there. Why give up now, Trump? You're not one to give up. You're one to kind of go all the way when you get your mind set on something. So, Trump, let's go. Pump my bags, baby. Let's go, because I bought you several of you higher than 474, so I really need you to start getting some price levels. It's hard to believe now, but this coin that was once $17 and fell to the lows of less than $2 will soon be at this area of about $11.68. And I know it sounds crazy right now, and you're like, no man, no, I can't see that happening. You just got to give it a little time, baby. It's going to get there. I would not doubt, I would not neglect on this particular meme coin for you political degens out there. Can we not Can you get this price label? Oh my god, they're too drunk to draw lines. Excuse me, sir. Can you step out of the car, please? Can you please come over here to this 618 and color yellow? Oh, shoot. The yellow. There we go. All right, I need you to step over here to the 786, please. Is that this one? Follow my eyes. Follow my finger with your eyes, please. Left, right. Have you been smoking marijuana? Supposedly, if you're following the finger and they start pointing toward the middle of your forehead, and if your eyes don't cross, they're going to think you're smoking Mary Jane. I'm just letting you know from the cops themselves. They whispered to me years ago and told me this little secret, so let that be a little alpha that you got from Road Dogg. $14.36, 11.72. Man, those are some awesome targets for this guy. If she can break up above this level and we can get up there and just hump it, baby. Ow, ow, ow. 116%. Let's do it. Can we please? I'd like to. Thank you. Just saying. Just making my request known. We had the steep ass trend line, which broke out with a lackluster breakout. Then we have this trend line and this little bit of a channel just to kind of break down what price action done on this asset. Then we had a nice little breakout to the upside of a bearish channel, leading to our measure move, which is boom chakalaka, boom chakaloo, right where we are right now. We may come back and retest, okay? I'm just saying. Well, Drunken Turkey has spoken. We may revisit the 315 area. We're at 414. I know it sounds crazy, but it could happen. It may not happen. I don't know. Here's another idea. We've established a trend line. We could probably retest the bottom of this trend line before we retest the bottom of the channel. So still about 354 right there. Let's go to a smaller time frame and see how these ideas might actually play out. Oh, look, are you still here, Elliot? I thought I sent you home. Well, anyway, Elliot decided he's going to just throw his 2 cents in, and I'm like, okay. Looks like me and Elliot agree on this 0.5 area, about 363, 354 is what I'm saying. We'll split the difference and just go whatever in the middle. But he's also got 2 other targets at 331 and 395 as a possible ABC on the A-wing correction, meaning that it will come down, it will go up, and it will come down one more time, and then we got to figure out what's going on from there. So, Elliot, thanks for dumping down too, okay? And if that's not enough to convince you, we'll go over to this top over here. Oh, you can't see it. Look, this little guy here, we can go from him, because this is a high to a low, and then we have another high. And we'll just extend that little guy out. And look, that's a parallel channel and we broke out of it. Wow, that's impressive. If you do want to go to the upside, where would you go? You just take the width of the channel, you put it to the actual breakout. And it tells us that, hey man, we might be coming up to retest this 800 moving average about 593, dude. Things get real serious. I'm like, all right, I don't really see how that's going to play out, but I'll put it up there for you. Because, hey, I don't know. It could happen, right? Measure move takes us to 585, 800 moving average. Don't know. Let's see what happens. We got a crossing of the 100 over the 200, and that's bullish in the macro, but sometimes, I would say about 2 out of 3 times. No definite statistics here, just from what I've observed. A lot of times price can come back when the 100 crosses the 200. Are you slurring your words? I don't know. Am I throwing my words? Well, if I were to pull over and have to answer that question, I would say I have a speech impediment, officer, and I don't think it's very fun if you make fun of people with speech impediments. And I feel very offended by that, and I would like your badge number, please. That's how I would respond to that question at this very moment in time. I would probably still go to jail, but I would still be doing the same routine right in front of you. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. It was Sean. He was driving the car. I was sitting here in the passenger seat. And then we decided to switch over just to have some fun because we were sitting here saying, hey, man, I'm bored. What if we switch sides and let the officer talk to you instead of me? And that's what we did, sir. Scout's honor. I was an Eagle Scout. Not really, but I wanted to be, so I just claimed it. Because in this day and time, you just claim what you want to be and you're it. I want to be a chicken. Boom. I'm not a chicken, I'm a turkey. See? That's the power of manifestation right there. You just gotta feel it and you're it. I'm a he, she, what am I, what? Yeah, that's how I identify. Ladies and gentlemen, this stream has just went into new territory. Let's see what you guys are talking about so it kind of grounds me a little bit. We're going to back up here in the chat, and we got good evening. We got members only. We were here before, weren't we? That's kind of weird coming back in time and going, oh, I've been here before. Deja vu. Hey, Sam. Deja vu, Sam. I am so thirsty right now. I'm like parched. The only thing I got to drink is this like apple water. Sponsored by Jack Daniels. The most organic apple water around. Maybe contaminated with just a little bit of ethanol, but it usually wears off in a little bit. Don't worry about it. The apple water part will actually kick in after the ethanol is digested through your system. The apple water part will come in and it will just cleanse and decrystallize your pineal glands. Isn't it weird that we have a pineal gland up here, but we don't have a vaginal gland up here? That sounds unfair. There should be a vaginal gland right beside the pineal gland, I think. But then I'm not. Let's move on, shall we? Our chat says, you need to be able to accept tips on your YouTube, Road Dog Crypto. How would one do that? That would be cool. I'm not against it whatsoever. I thought that was what the super chats were for like tips. Engage with your audience. What does that button do? Start a Q&A. All right, I'll start a Q&A. I'm going to say something because it says say something. Do you believe in the art of drunken turkey? Turnkey. Do you believe in the art of drunken turkey? I'm curious. I want to know. I don't know how to even get. I guess it's this button. Oh, look at that. Do you believe the art of drunken turkey? In Q&A. Waiting for the Toshi snapshot. I don't even know what you're talking about. But I will snapshot it for you. I will snapshot it for you. Oh, did we know something? Toshi? Oh crap, what's going on here? I was just all kidding before, but in all seriousness, this crap is starting to kick in for real. I've got to back off for real. I was just having before. Oh crap, this is for real. I was just playing before, but now I'm starting to feel this stuff. This stuff is starting to... You're only 30%, dude. I thought I could really deal with you. And seriously, I have not drunk in like, I don't know, 6-8 months. Well, this is going to get interesting. It's 35% alcohol by volume, 70% proof, or 70 proof. This is what I got from Toshi. We're getting rejected right now, so not so great, but we're still in the great area to accumulate in Toshi, so... Don't know what we're talking about trading, but hey, man, I'll ride with it. This looks like a good target. 200 moving average coming in at here. 3 to Fibonacci. If Toshi does break up out of this area, shoot, that's pretty good, 50%. Let's come back to the chat and see what we're doing. DMC3 says, if you have a big bag of Caspa, what would be your price points to start to take profits? Good question. Well, what I'm actually doing right now is I'm trying to save my ass and hedge my ass, because it does look like the Ichimoku cloud is about to drive our asses down lower. For real. It does look like Caspa's getting ready to take a big ass dump. So I'm trying to protect myself at the moment. This tastes so good though, for real. Seriously, this is some good stuff. I've never tried this before. Tennessee apple. Yeah! Shout out to Tennessee, my home state. Woo! Throw balls. What the hell's up with Vandy beating Bama? That has never happened in my lifetime that I know of. Never mind. Apparently, this is more than 35% it lies. Oh, we gotta get back to her question, don't we? Road dog, a toasted road dog. Road dog, a toasted turkey dog. I believe that statement is becoming more accurate by the minute. And excuse me for a moment while I go grab my actual water, because seriously, I'll be right back. For real. Are we here? Where are we? Oh my gosh. I can't find this. There we are. Oh. And we're back with like a refreshing, just water, flavored water, just to kind of get back on track here. Don't judge me. Chaser. We should do like a poll. Start a poll. Ask a question. What are you doing over here, man? Do road drugs, drinking streams suck? An honest answer would be greatly appreciated. All right, so Caspa, dude. 4.5 cents, man. I got the same thing. It can happen. It's on the table. It's on the table. I hope it doesn't happen, man, because that would ruin all of our Caspa bags. So I've got to ask you, man. I know it sounds very bullish with this whole meme coin thing, but is it helping Caspa? Need to seriously look at this. For real, stablecoin needs to come to Caspa to make it a chain that everybody wants to get into. Take the liquidity. It would it would be like a vampire attack on Tron or any other coin, even Binance Smart Chain. Pull that liquidity over toward Caspa number rocket. Let's go with a better game plan here, Caspa, because the meme coin thing only is not working right now, okay? We need stablecoin. We got to expand Caspa. Let's get some other projects going. Let's develop this ecosystem and let's get it rocking. Otherwise, oh crap. We are officially past the driving limit. I cannot drive a car right now. For real. Scout's honor. Don't arrest me. Hello, officer. License and step out of the car. Oh crap, you got a gun on me? For real? I'm sorry, I had a PTSD moment right there. Let us continue. All right, so Trump coin was doing pretty good. I got MAGA, but let's talk about this MFer right here. This little MFer right here is doing something. You sound so effed up, road dog turkey. All right, so MF. Okay. MFer, we had a 382 Fibonacci that we've not really broken above. We need to break above it before we can really claim this. We're still looking at 059 as our major target, 0.039 as a good little intermediary place to take target, take profit. Oh my God, you can't even speak right now. You're like slurring your speech. 60% profits, but we still have our intelligence so far. Possibility going up to 131% gains. So patience with this coin, and she can reject here. She can. And if she does, well, you know, I mean, you decided to buy that high, so hey man, it's on you. I'm just saying, the closer you can buy it toward 0.007, the better off you're going to be, because we could be doing the Bart Simpson big old butthole. The Bart Simpson butthole. You don't see it now, but now you do. No, you don't. Now you do. Oh, look, there's Bart Simpson just spread his cheeks. No bueno. Clearly, you're correct. You're doing career suicide, Road Dog. Sam says, hurl. Water FTW, I don't know what that means, but I'm just going to roll with it. Nah, just... And Sermi says, you said start a bowl. Oh my gosh. For real? For real? Start a bowl? Shit's gonna get real now. Okay, we're getting the Bitcoin bowl on just for Answer Me. Woo! It's by special request. I kid. Where are you, man? I mean, for real. You're totally losing the impact here on this joke, dude. Okay, maybe we're not going to do this. Why are all the words suddenly so much? Why are there double words? There are 2 H's in that word. That is weird. Why is that happening right now? Can anybody give me some information here? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bitcoin Bowl. Right here we are. On the 10-second chart with Bitcoin in person, we're looking at the Ichimoku cloud, which is saying when we come down for a 4 wave, but we are heading for a number 5. Could that number 5 be? We are in MFer coin and not Bitcoin. My apologies. Apparently, we've been deluded. Bitcoin on the 10-second chart. Ichimoku Cloud is suggesting, I'm sorry, the... Oh my God, you're so serious, yourself, effed up, road dog. We have a 5-way from the... I can't do it! Oh God, I can't do it! It's that kind of stream tonight. 10-second chart, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming down. The Elliott Wave says that we are going to hit about 62,500 or 62,400. Are you lying to us, Elliott? Because I've got to wonder. I've got a trend line here that begs the difference. I've got several trend lines, Elliott. Even in my state of penal evolution here, even I can see that this little stiffy wants to go to that side, and you're bearishly rejecting it. And yeah, I've got to admit, this little guy right here, number C, on this ABC correction at 62,423 has a better chance of playing out, in my personal opinion, than 62,500. Based on the single evidence confluence, if you will, by this trend line. Looks like, ladies and gentlemen, by this 10-second chart, we can predict the future that Bitcoin's going to head to about 62.4K. Believe it or not, we're at 62.6. Is it time to short? I'm like, on this time frame with a 10-second, like, hell yeah, we just had a bearish retest of this trend line. Were you kidding me? Let's fucking yeah, let's go leverage. Ladies! Hey, Cassie. You doing all right, Cassie? You look good, Cassie. Hey, Cassie. You know, I think you like purple a lot. It looks really good on you. We got ladies, we got leverage. Oh no, we got liquor. Literally, we got. This is our first liquor stream, by the way, so I'm sorry if it's offensive. We've only got eight viewers, so it's apparently offensive. My apologies. 95 views, but 8 viewers. That means people are not really liking the drunken turkey. All right, let's try to get a little more serious here. Give me just a second, guys. All right.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button,
So we're just trying to have a little bit of fun tonight, but let's try to get a little bit more serious. So another meme coin that's popping off, because meme coins are popping off, is Wojak, right? Let's take a look at Wojak. I'm still within my senses. We're just having a little bit of fun, but for some reason I'm leaving this Elliott Wave indicator on, and I'm going to leave it on because it's kind of interesting. Let's get off the 10-second chart though, and let's go more toward the top-down analysis. We'll do a little bit of a daily. Wojak has got a very big daily candle today. Look at that big old come up from Wojak, crossing over the 200 moving average. 100 is wanting to cross it though, and that could be a bearish indicator to bring us down. So let's be aware of that if you're in Wojak right now, okay? So if we do our traditional technical analysis, we will connect the dots, go from swing lows to swing lows. Immediately after that, I'm going to look for a channel. I will go to the immediately swing high that we were at, and I'll park that little sucker right there for good measure. I might also park it on the latest high. It has some little bit of confluence being near the bottom, where the bottom jumped over the 9 moving average, so I'm cool with this line being here. I'm just going to make it a little bit dotted in my drunken state. Thank you to... Holy crap, are we knocking stuff over still? It is that bad, but another shout out to Tennessee sponsored Jack Daniels. It's not sponsored at all, but gosh darn it, I'm being sponsored all... I don't even know what the word means, but anyway, we can come into the 1 hour and we're getting some rejection areas here. Ichimoku, or I'm sorry, the Elliott wave theory. We're going to turn that little sucker off because he's very distracting. Suggesting downtrends from here because we're kind of getting a little bit of a double top. However, I will stress that we're above the 9-moving average, and any time frame that you are above the 9-moving average is A-okay with me. Yay! When you lose that 9-moving average, you got to say, hey man, I may need to rethink my life's plan here because things aren't going out as I planned for it to happen. So I need a new agenda. I gotta make a new plan. And a good thing that can help you do that is the good old trend line. Now this trend line is dotted, so I'm going to switch him over to a line because that just seems like the most reasonable thing to do. And when I'm tracing these trend lines, you know, I see that we're deviating from it and we're making higher lows than we are making lower lows. So, or equal lows. So we've got a little deviation there, which is signifying the possibility of what's that word that we're looking for? It starts with a P. I haven't peed lately, but I need to because I've been sponsoring. They're not sponsoring me, but apparently I've been sponsoring Jack Daniel's Apple Water, and it suggests that we could go to the upside just a wee bit. First target that we got here is, of course, the previous trend line, taking us at 0.00099, which is just right below 0.001. Which would be a psychological resistance area. So we're front running that a little bit, just with that little bit of information. Go and get your order filled. Whereas the other guys might miss out on that little target. So we got that idea. However, she wants to continue parabolic. We got to zoom out to the bigger time frames for Wojak. And you're saying, what the hell? You're going to make $1 million on Wojak? Or you think we're going to be able to change our crypto lifestyles with Wojak? You can change your crypto lifestyle. You can change your whole lifestyle with any coin as long as you just manage it intelligently. You sound like you're drunk, little dog. You sound like you've been drinking. And I would say you are probably right, sir. Unless you're a cop and I'm driving, then I'm going to vehemently say, hell no, I have not. I have epilepsy. I'm disabled. Then please don't discriminate. Because that is the smartest thing that I can think of at the time. So we have a channel on tops. We just kind of connect the dots because we're dot connectors when it really boils down to it. And that's all we do is just try to take information and assimilate it together and see what we can discern out of it that can make us some money. We got a little channel idea with a look at that beautiful partial decline. If you are not familiar with partial declines, then you need to check out this one little post that I have over here on our trade setups just to prove that I'm not totally wasted. I actually still have some sense to me that knows what I'm talking about. Over in the student chart area, you will find this description of how to trade, trading tips on how to trade the channel, and that will give you the best information, better than I could even explain myself, from the master, the GOAT, Thomas Bukowski. Shout out to Thomas Bukowski because his wisdom has changed my life. I recommend you go check out his philosophy on pattern trading and Elliott wave theory if you really want to get an edge in this market. Otherwise, you can just continue to pay $99 a month to whatever freaking crypto YouTube guru you have out there. It's going to just spoon feed you the most simple technique available on this investopedia.com. And that is for freaking real. Welcome to Road Dog Crypto, where we just lay it out for you. All right. We're going to come back to the chat and hope we're not getting just totally roasted. Lost my sense shorting. I lost my sense drinking. So we're right on the same place, baby. I'm glad we're in tune with each other. Cup and hurl pattern. I feel like hurling myself, so grab me a cup so I can hurl into it. That's messy, and I don't want to clean. Sean, clean this mess up. Dream Tank CV says the 3 L's: liquid, leverage, and liquidation. Yes, my man. These are the things that can screw you up. You do need a sober mind. And I hope you realize that this stream is about that. Just to let you know that if you do overindulge, it will affect the way that you think and the way that you look at these markets. It can. You may have some sensibility to you, but you're not functioning at your prime, and you got your life savings here in many cases. Am I true? My case is true. I got my life savings on the line. I do. I'll throw it out there. But you need to avoid bad habits. And I am definitely the example of some bad habits. You don't want to get obliterated. If you are a partaker, I know it's creative. I know it enhances your creative ability. Well, you can't even see it. Screw it. But any partaking that you do can affect your money. So keep that in mind. It's very real. What you're putting into crypto, you're hoping to change your life with. Don't F it up by deciding just as willy-nilly to make trades when you're in an altered state of mind. That will wreck you. Ladies, and I'm not trying to be sexist here. It could be men just as well. Anybody that is opposite, or anybody that is of the gender that you are attracted to, can finagle you very suddenly, whether you're in crypto or not. They can lead you in directions because you're basing all your decisions on emotions. And as you will learn in trading, that basing your decisions on emotions and how you feel is usually the worst idea that you could possibly make for your security. Keep that in mind. If you do have a problem with substances and you like to partake and get into the otherworldliness, I mean, I will agree that there are times when you can get that little extra bit of information and insight. It's probably not dealing with crypto. It's probably dealing with some kind of inner aspect that you need to deal with. But that will affect how you trade in the market. It will. Anything that you decide to divulge in and get into the crypto market, it's probably not this time to be trading. I'm just saying, throwing my words on purpose here so you understand how important this message is. Right now, I would not seriously engage in any trades because of my state of mind. It's imperative that we do try to, in our daily lives, attain to a higher standard of living. It's imperative that we try to have good and healthy habits, take care of ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally. We want to be as positive as we can organically, positive thinking, coming an approach to life with an attitude of gratitude. I have found it has been the most surprising things I've found in my life, or realizations in my life. It has been life-changing. Gratitude, taking that internally, will change your life. Being gracious for every good thing that you have. Knowing that God has blessed you with what you have, and that things could be a lot worse, and that things can be so much better. That's the secret to really turning your life around. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter what mistakes you've made in your life. Doesn't matter what mistakes you're making now. Doesn't matter what silly mistakes you're making now. If you will keep God first in your life, and you will be grateful for what God has given you in this short time that we have to exist, you will be on the right track. And all you got to do is reach out to God. And maybe you have a problem with this little guy. Maybe you got a problem with this little guy. Maybe you got a problem with something a little more serious. You need to reach down deep inside. And you do a little bit of introspection, and you need to reach out to God. And you just need to say, God, I need a little bit of guidance right now. I need just a little bit of help. If you can just guide me on the right way, if you can just light up the path before me, then I'm telling you right now, you're on the right track. That's what you need to do. To steer yourself out of the darkness that you're in, and all the confusion that you're in, and all the negativity that's coming to you and attacking you from every side. And every time you open a piece of mail and there's a bill to be paid, or something just bearing down on you, you need to be looking both within and up to the God that not only made just you, but the God that made this whole universe that we know, that is unfolding reality as we experience it. And you will hear those that say, oh, we got to manifest. We're in control. We manifest. There is some truth to that. This is a God-given power that you have. But you got to remember that God has got a plan. And you have to submit yourself to God. If you really want to find peace within yourself and start getting on the wrong path, start getting on the path that will lead you in life. And I didn't mean for it to go there, but it did. So there we go. Guys, I'm going to end it here. Apparently, the apple water has decrystallized my pineal glands. And we've had fun tonight, and we're watching Bitcoin, and we'll come back to Bitcoin as we always do. And I am looking for something to happen on tomorrow, actually. On this day, Tuesday, November 8th, I'm expecting to see a strong reaction to price. And this is just based on some GAN principles. But I think it's worth looking at. Now, either price will take a big move up or a big move down. I don't know. But be cautious. Be alert. Trade carefully. And I've got to get out of here before I pass out. But thanks for hanging out with me. It's been a weird stream. It's been a wild stream. I've never done an alcohol stream, so I'm interested in your feedbacks on that. Leave some comments below. And tomorrow we'll be back in our normal nature. But God bless. And just know, it is partially the Jack Daniel just like taking down the barriers. But man, I love you guys. You guys are cool. You guys are stepping out there and putting yourself out there. You're trying to change your life. And I commend you for that. And this is one of the chances that we have to do that with crypto. And God bless you. And hopefully, with God's guidance, with this on this channel, we'll get the right alpha. And we will see those making gains And I hope that every one of you, I pray that every one of you experiences that life-changing wealth that comes through crypto and puts us in a better situation where we can not only help ourselves, but most importantly, we can help those around us, our family, our friends, and we can teach and we can educate and help others to better themselves. And that's the only message, the best message that I can put out there. From this drunken turkey, drinking his apple water, trying to clear the crystals in his penal brain, which continually thinks of boobies that are shaking over here from my side chick Cassie. God bless. Road dog out. Sean, hit the button. You're missing the impact here. Come on.
Come here, bud.
Good night, everybody.
Come on.
Seriously, I love you.
You freaky dog.
We just had our first drunken stream on Road Dog Crypto. Oh my God.
So he's alive.
I don't know if our channel's dead or if it's a good thing, or we're riding with it, baby. You guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging out, and hopefully, even in the drunken state, we made a little bit of sense.